I mean, what an honor to just watch, just be in his presence, right? Even if it's from our screens. But yeah, we're tracking on the not so good news. We're tracking tropical depression Nicole, and we've been tracking this system since it first got on our radar just a few days ago, really. Right now it's producing rain, a whole lot of it. Depending on where you are, you're dealing with the rain and the wind. Closer to home, we're beginning to see some of that rain move into our region. No severe weather as of yet, let's knock on wood. However, that severe weather threat will begin to unfold across our area. We're going to break it down in a moment, but here's a look at tropical depression Nicole. The center of circulation still over the state of Georgia, but you can see how much real estate is being impacted by this disturbance. It pretty much is impacting southeastern parts of Indiana, as far south as northern Florida. So there's a lot of people dealing with this system, and unfortunately we're just getting started. Here's a quick peek at what's happening outside right now. Some of you, especially the further north you are, you're still seeing the cloud cover. The further south you are, that's where we are beginning to see a couple of showers move in. Very light rain, so this is falling gently. You can still get some errands done if you haven't done so already. But I'll tell you what, this is going to continue to pick up in coverage and in intensity, and it's just going to be a nuisance and even hard to drive in. So you want to just use caution and just be careful out there as you get through your day. As far as the severe weather threat, pay attention to the colors. The yellow represents where that threat is a little bit higher, and thankfully that is to our south. But the green gives us a marginal risk. That's what the green color represents, which is level 1 out of 5. So while we are on the lower scale of things, we still have the chance. And this is how it all pans out for us. So here's a look at future weather. It shows that conditions will begin to, or the rain will begin to fill in as we press through the latter half of this morning. This is 10:30, and the rain at this hour does look to be a bit more widespread, with pockets of heavier rain here and there, but the heaviest rain staying confined to our far western locations. We head towards 1 o'clock and the rain begins to thin out. It's still raining in some spots. In fact, it's pouring up towards the Poconos at that hour. But notice how that rain begins to thin out. Closer to 4, we'll begin to see the possibility for a few of those individual cells. And that's the thing that we're watching closely, because there'll be enough spin in the atmosphere that we can see a brief yet weak tornado at any given time, but specifically during the afternoon, evening. And that threat even extends through the night. It does look like the evening rush may be damp, but it does look like this rain will thin out. And then another push of rain begins to approach, this moving through the area late tonight and into early Saturday morning. And then eventually this system does depart by daybreak on Saturday. Now, the final thing to exit our region will be winds, and a wind advisory will go into effect tonight at 11 p.m. It'll linger until 9 a.m. on Saturday, and for the immediate coast, that's where winds are going to be gustiest. In fact, we can see wind gusts as high as 50 miles an hour, but as far inland as the I-95 corridor, even places like the Lehigh Valley, we can see wind gusts as high as around 35 miles an hour. So still staying windy even through Saturday. It's not until Sunday that we'll finally begin to see those winds diminish. It'll still be breezy though, and it'll turn a whole lot colder. And then look at Monday, the coldest air mass of the season arriving to the region. So yeah, we go